I understand the situation more or less. Much has happened, I see. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here. It seems my fellow Lightkeepers do not wish to make this case public just yet.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a mess lately.
Let's stop here. Any further and the Ratniki might detect us. Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
Oh? And how are we supposed to do that?
You'll know when the time comes. See you later.
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've got to trust him. Hello?
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation, right?
Yep, that's us.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. All that's left is to finish writing up some records. If there's anything else you'd like to look into, this is... Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate...
We'll do our part too. All right, we're going in. See you later. Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, but we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna... Something the matter? Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly? Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never...
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal. As I thought, you're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little trick of my own. But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited after all. Just as I thought. Come, try sensing it yourself. Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the wild hunt, then, that took my form and killed the
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeeper?
If the wild hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual. Let's look again more closely. We must leave. Well, that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit. May you rest in peace. When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go... Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the... You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right?
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance. So, but the real problem is that... Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but considering it happened...
The Sosi you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words...
That's right! If only there was some way to...
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. And one more thing. Remember to pick me up by the window.
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency?
It is indeed. Our sincerest apologies for interrupting. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Sosi.
Sosi. Oh, so the rumors I heard. You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further...
Thank you for your understanding.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having been designed by... As such, they usually take several days to arrive. And I understood. Completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone. And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. What's with those faces?
You've provided us with some very crucial information. We can't make everything public yet, but once our investigation is complete, I will return.
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while we're 8 days ago, he had yet to act. But at some point, with the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to...
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm is actually Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but...
This also has me stumped for the moment. But how would that help Rerir exactly? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works again.
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kind of down. And sleepy too.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. Seems we'll have to fight Rerir eventually. And we'll do a port...
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep.
A reasonable suggestion. I have no doubt that my colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations of their
Well, guess we'll just have to pick you up?
That would be good, yes. Feel free...
Phew, back inside. We can finally take a breather.
I suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time? I see. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him? Well...
Yeah! You're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at. You can't just get out of explaining yourself by making...
All right. I suppose your deductions have been quite correct. Should one... You know humans well. But some things that humans would consider difficult...
So... you mean... you're one of the...
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance. But they still exist.
We've heard some scattered legends, but...
I once turned my heart toward humanity. And thus did I experience loss. When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in any direction would be equally meaningless. Would it not be better, then, to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not let those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light.
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them. But I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the Final Night Cemetery. Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them.
Doesn't sound too believable.
Well, I believe it. Besides, I'm well past the age when... Nonetheless, there are still some things. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection...
Well, you need us to get you where you need to...
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence.
Can you even go back there right now?
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that.
All right, then. We'll trust you. We sure ended up chatting for a while, huh?
I didn't take you for the cautious sort. Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless strictly necessary.
Paimon's lips are sealed, too.
All right. Thanks again for your help. Good night, you two.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow. Noise! What's going on this time?
Hey! Where's Flint's? Is he here?
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're Flint's is a wild hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all!
You'd better give him up. If anything happens, your business...
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the wild hunt too, huh?
What happened? Did something leak out? But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see us? What do you mean? This is so confusing! What do we do? It's not like all the unusual stuff about him will make it... Okay!
Hey! Let us in now!
My apologies.
Hold on! Calm down, everyone!
What in Tevat is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on depriving? Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting.
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got solid evidence. Exactly. And you sure don't look like an impartial party either, Nefer.
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Wait, it's...
All right. I suppose that's the only way. If we don't let them in now, they'll be back sooner or later.
Oh, all right then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial proposal.
Come on, everyone! Move it!
No sign of Flint's.
But how can that be?
Done searching, are we? Guess it's time to uphold you. So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates. Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects, and amidst it all, Flintz's name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his...
So, did Flint's make his escape after...
And that's where Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone, while everyone was super focused on the argument.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with...
Aw, come on, pause. I was just getting started.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the curatorium and wait those people out, but I never... I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important.
Might he intend to come back and get it later?
Well, he's out of harm's way now, so...
Oh?
What Paimon means to say is...
All right, then. Yehoda, contact the others. We're going to need... Let's have this discussion over at my place.
Here's the thing. You can't look wrong without a little spice.
If you want to negotiate prices, go find a flea market.
I see. So Flint's has a fragment taken from within a wild hunt anomaly.
Is he gonna be okay now that he's on his own again?
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use.
In that case, Rerir shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him.
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of wild... Some of these must have been Rerir's doing.
Huh. This much is pretty easy to understand, but...
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself?
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me, test data and their conclusions... Oh, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki to carry out a little experiment?
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
In other words, we gotta destroy a couple of anomalies and...
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following the Sergeant. Meanwhile, the wild hunt continues to grow in scale by the day.
Then we best act fast. Paimon's got a bad
A feeling we all share, I'm afraid.
There are 3 wild hunt sites that must be dealt with urgently.
Works for me. Inefa and I will take our workshop assistants to deal with one of the...
The curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with the remaining one.
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone...
Never mind you. This is a first for me, too.
Let's head out, then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the fragments.
Understood.
Time is of the essence now. Our foe could make his next move at any moment, so we must stay in
Gotcha! Stay safe, everyone.
Huh. Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already?
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next. A proper send-down! From the illusion shattered! Coming at ya! I guess I'm going... I'm going in! Watch out!
Take them. I have no need.
No one's guarding this place, just like he said. But
This way. Let's move. We're running out of time.
ah, there you are. Or not. How are we supposed to read through the?
Difficult, yes, but it is also our most efficient to expose the true intentions of this Rereer.
Hope we don't land on our heads then. Ah! Ghost! That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right?
Many strange things happen here, but this is not one of them.
But that file really did move by its... Hey! Come out! Don't scare Paimon like that!
Wild Hunt Phenomenologue?
Hey! Another file's moving!
Are we being given hints? I feel no hostility.
Really? Hey! Seriously, another one? Okay then. Paimon will read this one. Phew! Finally finished!
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale. What about you?
Paimon as well! Guess that makes 3 of us.
Whatever this is, it seems to want us to notice something.
Alright! Paimon will go fetch hers. All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence, and look. All these smaller scale Wild Hunt site
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them. They could then be sealed directly using a tide seal.
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability to act
And here's another similarity.
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would but now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain. Indeed. Despite the name, I would not call it Tide Seal stones.
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
Yes, that might be it. It could be that, and while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies,
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
what are you referring to?
We had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything.
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major?
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs, leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you, return to the Lightkeeper's office and set up the crime scene before—
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I have. It begs the question. That's odd. We shouldn't have any. I'll go take a look. Ah, it's in.
It's carrying a letter! Let's—
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. please return to Nasha Town and assist with all haste.
That's gotta be Rare's doing. But why is...
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparations. If this bombardment continues to increase his strength, he might
Huh? What should we do? There's no way...
Let's go to the cannon's target site. That's where we should find Rare. One moment. Just let me get this news to Lauma.
Go! Fly! Not a moment to lose!
You're here, as expected.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control. But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
Such faith in your companions. But will the inhabitants of Nasha Town understand why when all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look? This is the truth I have revealed to them. They did this all of their own volition. The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation of equally.
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town then.
Of course. I imagine the one you call Aina would have managed to stop the cannon otherwise. In their folly, the townspeople will bar the path of all who seek to stop the cannon.
Well, sir, you look most pleased with yourself. In that case, before you put us out of our misery, I would like to see this fragment. It once haunted your dreams. But now...
That...
Sorry, what?
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. Every last fragment calls to me. Sooner...
What are you even saying?
Huh. So the terror of the wild hunt was in fact caused by...
Serendipity guided the fragments to construct an incomplete version of myself. Upon each time, the fragments I obtained were, while that which you hold in your hand was my heart.
So that's why it responded so strongly to you.
Only by retrieving this most critical piece could I...
Hence, you fired that first shot, hoping to regain enough power to seize...
Are you completely crazy? Weren't you afraid of dying?
Dying? Such power has no hope of killing me. It may destroy my form. What truly infuriates me, however, is how you've destroyed my heart. All that suffering. I've adapted to the strength and flow of this Kuvaki. It will not be a full restoration, no. But it will be more than enough to destroy any in this. Still, I suspect the Kuvaki will have rendered you down to nutrients.
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated, likely in anticipation of it.
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spooking.
You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rare's plan. Not only... Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out there. Rumors flying everywhere you turn. But that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis. So they're getting ready to make a run for it.
How could they still be thinking about Mora when—
Unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities in its wake. Even those who flee without reserve put themselves at the mercy of the divine. After all, a gamble that might rewrite one's
Even so.
Well, seeing as you disapprove of their actions so strongly, Lady Moonchanter.
Affirmative. We must quell the chaos in Nasha Town as soon as possible. Also, the unexpected activation—
Well, about that, people have been talking. What? I made that thing!
They might. If Rerir has already formulated. For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Possibility high. If they view the cannon as Nasha Town's only hope, they are likely we will face strong resistance, but they're just ordinary people.
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. You find a way to stop the cannon. Oh, you're back. The Traveler won't make it back in time.
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target?
Assessing risk level. Maximum.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then he's prepared for the worst.
And we must ensure that his trust in us is not misplaced. Let's go.
What are you waiting for?
Most of those we've met so far have been attempting to escape, so looks like they formed groups to protect the cannon. If they believe that we're with the Wild Hunt.
Is that Lady Lauma? But are you really her—
it's you, Rixa. I believe you recognize this power.
I do, yes. But why are you here? Really—
The townspeople have been misled into believing that they needed to activate the cannon.
But—
I know what you wish to say. Our island and Nasha Town have never had but you chose to leave the island. It is unfair, unjust, that you should be dragged into this mess just as that I seek to redress this injustice. Not only for you, please, have faith in our long-stand—
Thank you, my lady.
Then come. I need you to step—
All right, I understand.
Seems we chose the right person for the job.
Huh? You're not coming with us?
We won't be able to calm this storm by our power alone. Let's go, Yehoda.
Okay. See you again, everyone!
Remember these words. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves.
It's you, Lady Moonchanter. It's her. Everyone, it's her.
You're right, my lady. At times like these, we must rely on ourselves. I knew something was off about you. You're actually we won't let you pass, creature, aren't you?
Leave this to us, Lady Moonchanter. Go.
Lady Moonchanter, there's a child here!
It's all right now. Go, quickly.
You wretched monsters! You're not getting anywhere near the cannon!
The monsters you fear do not exist here. The madness you have fallen to has been the source of untold disasters.
You think we had a choice?
Destiny is no excuse for greed and destruction. The choice has always been yours to make, and it remains so, even now.
Thank you for bringing us here. We can quickly overcome.
The cannon is all yours now.
Got it. Thanks, Lauma. Enough of—
Orders received and immediately deferred. Departure takes priority.
Please, everyone, listen to me. I will not deny that we hold different beliefs, but otherwise rifts will surely form. Pride, if your fear is born of helplessness, if you flee because you know not how to fight, then follow me, you who— I am no god. But so long as we hold our candles steady and unite beneath the same moonlight, no deception or rumors can be concealed from us. Let us resolve then to defend ourselves and to stand firm against the false illusions by which our foe seeks to beguile us.
Let's go, Enougha. This way up. This is making me dizzier than I expected.
Adjusting route. Make ready.
Out of the way, small fry. To the path.
Track missing. Fall imminent.
Come on, come on, come on! Let's get out of there! Whoa, nice!
Preparing barrier breakthrough. Brace for impact.
Knuckle, what are you doing here? No claw!
Ultimatum protocol. Cleanup sequence initiated.
You want this? Ratchet!
Defensive mode engaged.
No claw!
Installation chamber deployed. Preparing interference detected. Entering countermeasure mode.
This isn't good enough, we gotta hurry!
Scanning. Kuvaki ammunition fully loaded. Preheating complete.
Alright. Let's hit the emergency brake.
Assessment. Not enough time. Emergency brake will cause internal explosion of stored Kuvaki.
No! I mean a manual brake, the primitive kind.
A manual brake. Understood. Roger that. We are out of time.
efforts have been futile. It is too late now.
Perhaps you're right. Why aren't you running?
Sato passa sax, intimi potuftos. In necritus necrus daptusi, cenis omnes tu zonos pentusi. Os esticos palatini pirantur resurrecum, topir tu aetion veratum.
Well, that's not good.
Sluggish. Torpid. This body is a disappointment. I can barely muster 10% of my original strength.
Let me guess. You didn't get a human body back,
What's with him?
Verfnir. Rheindaughter. Flinders.
Watch out! Whatever rationality he still had when he was searching for his body is gone. All that's left is the calamity you see before you.
Matters not. Having a heart. Being human. It's all irrelevant. Completely and utterly. You matter not. Does anything in this world. Fools. Time to die! You too have the potential to be driven mad by knowledge. But the truths you seek are so insipid, how laughable that you should die for their sake.
You're wrong. The unknown is but a fog to be dispersed.
Knowledge is the true pillar of the world. You're not the only one who got stronger. Polonia!
We're safe?
It seems this young lady aided in our escape. You have my sincere gratitude, dear madam. The flowers here bloom in such peaceful silence. Oh? I take it that means you've been here before then. And that—
Columbina! What did you do that for? I studied his abilities inside out, equipped.
But he still broke through, did he not?
What? You expect a battle to be completely won? I just didn't expect him to have no sense of honor whatsoever. Poloni—
Oh, so you actually thought you could win. Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Your calculations seem to have deviated quite seriously. Perhaps you could try sleeping and rising earlier.
Hey, listen here, Columbina. I tolerated your nonsense previously because there's a Fatui warrant out on your head. And don't you forget that. Don't make me fight you right here and now.
Oh, I was just a little concerned about you, that's all. Just like that time when you—
that was none of your business! And don't you ever drag me out to one of your freaky hovels again! Come on, Polonia! We're leaving!
Well, anyway, thank you. I was worried about you, too. Not only because the remains of the Eternal Moon Goddess can— And then Well, I brought your associate along for the—
You're not afraid to speak your mind, miss. I like that.
Still, what do we do now? Riri's gotten stronger again.
We did block most of the Kuvaki, so I'd say we've put a lid on his plans for now at least, but we still don't know what his aims are. And he may—
After you left, I can no longer sense his presence. That means it's safe out there for now.
A question, if I may. Kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward heat.
No.
I see.
Oh yeah, the cannon veered off course in the end, didn't it? Paimon wonders how Aino and the others are doing. Let's head—
In that case, Miss Columbina, I shall not disturb your serenity.
Go now. All of you. Do not worry. My strength still isn't returning. It seems my time is running out.
Fortunately, we were able to minimize the harm. Only a few townspeople were hurt. But the Raihir of Solnari has now gained a complete form. While we—
It seems we have done something akin to releasing a vicious cuckoosaur into the wild. I'm sorry. Is no one here familiar?
Paimon knows what you mean, but that didn't—
He said that this world means nothing to him, so if his objective had been revenge alone...
Is there, still time for me to tender my resignation? Just kidding, just kidding. Don't worry, boss. I know there's no running now.
So my cannon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help. That's right! And it still works on normal Wild Hunt anomalies.
Flints, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers. Don't worry, I've explained everything to them. You're in—
My thanks. For that and for everything.
Had you been willing to show yourself in public more often, you would not have been so—
Point taken. I will give that some thought. I suppose that's one way I'd benefit from—
You mean you're being promoted? Was Paimon the only one who didn't get that?
Well, if you've got a moment. There's a certain gentleman I'd like to send off. This man was like a lighthouse. Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought light and grace to those around him. But people, once used to illumination, are apt to ignore the lantern's presence. Slowly, gradually, he came to think as such himself. I have achieved too little. I must do better. There is more work to be done. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain proud of the way in which he illuminated the path for others. Every shadow born of the light shall remember it.
Oh, poor guy.
I've heard that one too. Is that so? Well, you're right. It may seem that, but we will pursue him to the last. Even if the outcome is not what we wish for, it is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
Oh, what are you two talking about? Care to explain? Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role. Lightbearer, with your blood you have paved the road to glory and justice. Even as we hurry on, bruised and battered though we may be, until it closes its eyes in the depths of night, and a lantern lit for you alone flickered. Thank you for everything, Sergeant Major Sosi.
Should we go after her? Or do you have someone else you'd like to meet? What are you doing here?
Was it not you who recommended such
Yeah, but aren't you afraid the Fatui will—
Zandrone seems uninterested in my capture, and the others are unlikely to risk me.
Well, it's good to come out for a walk either way.
The flow of Kuvaki is somewhat turbulent, however.
However?
Is this where you purchased the dishes you treated me to?
Are you serious? That's what she's concerned about? Berries and fried meat? Well, we can take you to grab a bite if you'd like to.
You've been quite subdued. Thorny questions on your mind, perhaps? I could not gain any insight into his scheme now that he has donned a shape and form. But that power of his plays host to an obsession that borders on mania. I cannot say if that fixation is directed at the moons. Perhaps understanding the subject of his fixation shall— Well, Zandrone's daily routine is highly irregular. Was that not what you were curious? Well then, have you been to that experimental design bureau of theirs? And what plan is that precisely? Well, I cannot say I care. I could look into the Eternal Moon's marrow for you if you wish it, but after our previous attempt, I suspect perhaps someone has certain truths they wish to— And I doubt there are many who could accomplish such a— I still wish to return to the moon that belongs to— That is where the answers lie buried.
Interesting. You followed me this far. Why not show your face?
Haha! Right! Right you are. I forgot to introduce— The name's Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master.